Hello, dear leaders, future leaders, and aspiring leaders. Welcome back to your platform where we share, learn, and grow together. Did you know that leadership begins with self-awareness? Let's talk about it. Before you can lead people, before you can lead organizations, and before you can lead nations, you must first learn to lead yourself. And the foundation of self-leadership is self-awareness. So today I want us to explore a simple but uncomfortable truth. It is many leadership failures are not caused by lack of intelligence, resources, or opportunities. They are caused by lack of self-awareness. So what is self-awareness? Self-awareness is the ability to see yourself clearly. That is being aware of your strengths, your weaknesses, your motivations, your fears, and your blind spots. It is knowing why you react the way you do, what triggers your anger or insecurity, and what values truly guide your decisions. Mind you, self-awareness is not self-criticism, it is self-honesty. And without it, leadership becomes dangerous. And let me put this quickly to you. Dear leader, dear future leader, do you know yourself well enough to trust yourself with power? That is a food for thought. Now let me quickly go to why self-awareness is at the root of leadership. Leadership indeed amplifies who you already are. That is, if you are insecure, leadership will amplify the insecurity in you when you are trusted with a position of authority. If you're greedy, leadership will amplify the greed, and it will show clearly who you really are. If you're disciplined, leadership will amplify the discipline. And if you are compassionate, leadership will blot the compassion, and it will reflect in your style of leadership, your focus, your values, and the results of your leadership in the overall. This is why we often say that leadership does not change people. It reveals who they truly are. True leaders, therefore, will invest in inner work before seeking outer success. Remember the story of Nelson Mandela, the former president of South Africa. What made Mandela exceptional was not just his political skill, it was his deep sense of self-mastery. That is, after 27 years in prison, Mandela understood his anger, his pain, and his desire for justice. But he refused to let bitterness define his leadership. That level of restraint does not come from strategy. It comes from self-awareness and emotional maturity. That means leadership without self-awareness will seek revenge, while leadership with self-awareness will seek reconciliation, like Mandela did. Let us now link self-awareness to emotional intelligence. Many leadership crises happen not because some leaders lack vision, but because they lack emotional intelligence. When a leader lacks emotional intelligence, he tends to speak before listening. He will react instead of reflecting first, and he will dominate instead of understanding. Whereas self-aware leaders will pause before they speak, they listen before they decide, and they ask themselves, why am I feeling this way? Before acting. And when this happens, the self-aware leader is protected from impulsive decisions that can destroy teams, families, and institutions. I have another example of a self-aware leader who led with quiet strength. Angela Merkel, the former Chancellor of the Republic of Germany. I mentioned her before. Merkel led with restraint, patience, and consistency. She understood her temperament and led within it without pretending to be someone else. Because self-aware leaders do not imitate others. They lead authentically from who they really are. Leadership, therefore, is not about copying personalities. It is about discovering your own. Now you want to ask me, how do I become self-aware? It is simply through self-development and the daily practice of the discipline of a leader. Because self-awareness is not automatic. It is developed intentionally through reflection, feedback, mentorship, reading, prayer, meditation, and honest conversation. In that wise, true leaders will constantly ask themselves, what am I learning about myself? Where do I need to grow? And what habits must I unlearn? Because leadership that stops growing inside will eventually collapse outside. And that leads me to a warning for aspiring leaders. And let me be honest here. Dear future leader, if you avoid self-awareness, leadership will eventually expose you, publicly and painfully for that matter. Because many leaders fall, not because they lack competence, but because they never confronted their ego, their pride, their fear, or unresolved wounds. Because self-awareness is not weakness, it is wisdom. And wisdom is needed to lead because it is the principal thing. Now to close, let me leave you with this question to reflect upon. Number one, what patterns keep repeating in your leadership and relationship? How do you typically react under pressure and why? And when last did you receive a honest feedback about yourself? If leadership is your aspiration, you must start with the mirror before you seek the microphone. Because leadership does not begin when people follow you. It begins when you understand yourself. This is the leadership journey, and every true journey begins with you. If this conversation resonates with you, please like, share, make a comment about what you think in the comment box. And I want to see you here next time. Thank you for listening and see you again. Bye for now.